The Labor Party.
I call the member for Fairfax.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I rise today because I am concerned the whole issue of the slipper affair is once again diverting the Parliament of Australia away from the real issues facing the Australians, the economy. This goes to the very heart of government integrity. The former Treasurer Joe Hockey was accused in 2013 by the former member for Fisher, Peter Slipper, that the former Treasurer Hockey and the member for Fisher had asked me at a meeting at my resort in April 2012 to stump up tens of thousands of dollars to pay for Mr Ashby's legal costs. The accusation was that the current member for Fisher and the former Treasurer Hockey requested I make funds available to fund Ashby's case against the former member for Fisher, Mr Peter Slipper. In April 2012, I met with a member for Fisher at my resort. The former Treasurer Joe Hockey was staying at my resort as a paying guest. I think I have a moral duty and a responsibility to Mr Hockey and his family, and indeed the Liberal Party, to make it absolutely clear that the former Treasurer Hockey played no role in the discussion I had with the member for Fisher in respect to the funding of any case by Mr Ashby. Hockey walked past the table when we were sitting at the end of my discussion with the member for Fisher. He merely sat down to have a coffee, and no mention was made of the Ashby case while Joe Hockey was there. However, before the former Treasurer Hockey arrived, the current member for Fisher at the meeting requested I fund the legal costs of Mr Ashby, and while no exact figure was discussed with the member for Fisher, who later ran against Mr Slipper in Fisher, I understood the cost would be at least $200,000. The member for Fisher stated to me that we needed to destroy Peter Slipper, that he had all the evidence to put Peter Slipper away for a very long time. I was not told what the evidence was, nor how the honourable member acquired it. I refused the request from the member for Fisher. I did not think it was appropriate then, and I don't think it is now, that a person funds another person's legal action designed to cause a third party's demise for political reasons. It's especially not appropriate for a citizen seeking election to this House or selection in the ministry, canvassing for money and support, to seek to damage an individual's reputation by commencing court actions for what can only be an improper purpose, as the judge found in this case. We need integrity in government and in the full political process. We need to have trust in government from members of the public. Our members of Parliament must set a high standard for the community and future generations. I want to make it clear again that the former Treasurer, Joe Hockey, acted with the highest standards of integrity and knew nothing of the appeal for money by the member for Fisher. The member for Fisher had previously approached me for money. Just before the merger of the Liberal Party to form the LNP, he approached me and advised me that as the President of the Liberal Party was insolvent, and unless I wrote a cheque to the Liberal Party for $100,000, it would go into liquidation in Queensland, and there would be no LNP. On that occasion, I wrote a cheque to save the Liberal Party to live another day. This action may have encouraged the member for Fisher to seek me out when he wanted more money. In April 2012, it was totally different. The member for Fisher was seeking substantial funds for what I thought at the time was to damage the integrity of a citizen for purely political purposes, for self-interest. I could not and did not have any part of it, and refused to provide any funds to Mr Ashby or the member for Fisher. The Prime Minister has the highest standards of personal integrity and deserves to have ministers of the highest standards of integrity as well. Every member of the House needs to treat other members as they would wish to be treated. They should not seek to corrupt the staff of any member, to spy on any member, or to steal from any member. This House must be founded on trust of all those that serve the Australian people.